Yo, what's up? What's up, Yak? How you doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. My notepad. I think we're good. What in the hell I'm gonna do? How I'm gonna do this? Start here. We just be very thorough about how we play the game. And I may or may not refer to a guide if needed. I think we just got to watch them.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Outset. Primarily because we have pretty much all the good items, weapons. But again, be on the lookout for those collectibles because I need all of them. And again, as I usually say, just let me know if the audio sounds okay or not great, or if I sound too boring. I'll try to inject some of that grade A YouTube keys into this here live stream. Not really, but I love the MK comment. Oh, that's awesome. How did you like that video? It definitely did not perform well, but I really had fun making it. And surprised I got as many as I did, to be completely honest. Because I think, as I said in the video, it's really hard to sit there and just remember them all. The fact that they provide the game is definitely super helpful, but you're bound to just forget some. Like Geras is a perfect example, because that's a character that probably one of my favorites from the newer games, without question, but it's just, like I said, it's hard to like recall them right on the spot when all you have to refer to is just like a list of memes. Probably should be just using the guide, but it's fine. Shocked that even took 2 shots there. Interesting too, now that I know that I missed it'll make me look at the levels different. Game audio too loud. No, it shouldn't be. I didn't touch it. Can't be dying on level 1. I like those types of vids to test your knowledge under a time limit. Yeah. I've been a Sporkle fan for a long time. I used to kill a lot of time when I was in school. And I think it's kind of like limitless content in a sense. Like there's so many different quizzes you can do and ways to test your knowledge. And it's definitely something I'd like to work into like a regular rotation.
We can't stay here.
And I think my approach to it is, I don't know, it's hard because when people come to your channel expecting very specific type of content, you almost never want to do anything different, but I don't want to just like get burnt out on doing, you know, what I've been doing. So I think it's important to diversify the content you make and make sure that on top of you enjoying it, that the people who watch it enjoy it. It's interesting too to try to figure out like what people will find appealing versus what they won't. Because that's not something I polled anyone about. I kind of just went rogue and did it myself. But again, I had a lot of fun making it, so. The only thing I will say is I wish I was a bit more like efficient with how quickly my videos came out, but everyone always comments on how like, decent my editing is, so it's like I want to make sure that I'm investing the time and like giving people something worth, you know, worth their time. That you put in, yeah, because it's funny too, because I honestly wasn't even gonna do too much editing with that video, but it was kind of just like not as entertaining as I hoped it would be, so I figured the extra effort put into the editing would make it more enjoyable, and I think it kind of worked out.
The main gate is under lockdown. There's a key in the nearby church.
I think it's telling like where most of those I've already found.
Route in the location.
Already, like, yeah, not getting Reiko, I was disappointed in myself. It's definitely not one of my favorite characters, like top 5 or anything, but it's a character I'm a fan of, I would say. Especially in the newer games, even though he's kind of just a sim for Shao Kahn. That Atara was driving me insane. I think that's another part that threw me off too, because a lot of people, as a lot of people said in the comments, them not including Veronica is just kind of crazy. Also Floyd, but I guess I kind of understand Floyd in a sense, because the game is probably just, or the quiz is probably just older. That was one of my favorite scenes for that. Just Raiden, like, spearing him through the bridge, and then it's just like a hard cut to like the Outworld forces carrying the body into the wherever they were. Maybe like a soul chain or something.
The cultists are traitors.
He's at ground zero.
When I was mostly surprised, I was surprised too, because like I said earlier, Gears is one of my like, I don't know where I would put him on like a tier list of like NRS specific characters, but he's up there for sure. And then like the whole guest character thing. That's gonna show me where that is. Should have some relative success finding.
Once he kills the demons,
These secrets definitely gotta be down here. Oh, whatever. Hear me? Already cleared that area. There. Something? Really? That one guy? Come on. That was gold. That one's like underground. doing this evening? I'm doing wonderful. Literally couldn't complain if I tried.
All hell gates closed. The village is secure.
That's good to hear. Jesse.
Tier 5 readings in the South Bay. Incoming.
A Titan has been summoned.
Alright, we gotta look up and all around. Boy, there. How do I get there? Okay. Beautiful. Honestly, I don't know. That's a good question. Games would you like to see me cover, I suppose, is a good follow-up. Because I think I'll mostly stick with, like, Mortal Kombat content. Beyond that, I don't really know. I'd like to do... The thing is like, I don't want to stray too far away from what I'm doing. But at the same time, I don't know, videos aren't hitting as well as they were, like, 6 months ago, so it's really hard to figure out, like, where to go next. But I very much enjoy covering Mortal Kombat, so I might stick with it for a little bit longer and we'll see what happens. But I would like to branch out and get into, like, other games. I don't really know, though. And I guess Injustice, maybe, if that becomes a thing, if that's what's next. That would probably be a logical step to take. I think I've cleared this area. Like I said, I'd love to do trophy hunting videos. I was thinking about doing, like, a Deception Conquest playthrough and, like, doing a supercut of that. I don't know. I want to make sure I didn't... Where do I go? Tripping? The lifespan is abysmal of Mortal Kombat 1. There's no other way to slice it. I don't think any game that costs as much as these games cost these days should be abandoned that soon. And I think it speaks to the... It's, to me, everything that's happening with MK1 is the perfect example of quantity over quality. I think they rushed this game out. It did well for a decent amount, and then once Warner Brothers saw that they squeezed all the juice out of it, let's move on to the next thing and we'll make money with it. And we'll continue charging like however much they feel like on skins and stuff like that. It doesn't really add value to the acquisition pool. That's the part. Like, the boomer in me just absolutely hates that I love games these days. And this is coming from someone who plays Fortnite, like, actively. Who kind of revolutionized the whole concept of, you know, in-game purchases and stuff. But the difference between a Mortal Kombat game and a game like Fortnite is the fact that Fortnite started in 2017 and it's still going strong today. I think a lot more than just WB's greed kind of played into the decision, because from my perspective, the company is not doing well financially, and games like Suicide Squad absolutely, for lack of a better word, shit the bed for them. So it's like they came out publicly and recognized that they came out publicly and recognized the fact that Mortal Kombat's one of their big money makers. And I think this is exactly what you get when they identify something like that. Technically, Ed Boon didn't lie. Is that correct? Was this supported longer than MK11? Because MK11 got 3... Didn't they get 3 combat packs? Or it was like 2.5, kind of. And I think where the word technically is the biggest problem in that entire statement, because when, you know, at the same time he did say years. Like, we hope to support it for multiple years, or we plan on supporting it multiple years. I don't know. Just to me, I would like a game to just grow for more than... I mean, and this isn't just like an MK1 issue. I feel like they abandon games so quickly. Games that people genuinely enjoy and want to keep playing. But I think it's just... I just think it's the... That's how the engine is. But at the same time, I hope that a game like GTA 6, when it inevitably comes out, will, whether it's $100 or not, I hope that other devs understand that quality is so important. I mean, look how long GTA 5 has lasted. I think so many games could kind of adapt to that approach. Just make a quality game and you know, support it. A game like a fighting game should have multiple years of support, in my opinion, no matter what it is. I mean, but again, the precursor to this was Multiverse is just completely collapsing. You know, once Warner Brothers recognizes that it's no longer financially, I don't know, wise to support a game, they're just gonna pull the plug and move on. And I think NRS is just caught in that web.
You agreed.
He's not one
Of us. They want assurances, and so did I.
And again, this is coming from someone who likes MK1. Probably it's third for me for NRS games, but the gameplay was fun. It was a huge upgrade from my perspective from MK11. I don't know. I'm curious to see like where the landscape goes for, because I mean, that statement said it all. They're already working on whatever game's next, and that's why they're abandoning Run. Maybe they're overworked. Maybe they need to expand.
You continue to be influenced by this.
I don't need to watch this.
Outside.
Okay, that's 100. We like that. Yeah, that's what most people are saying, and it's probably smart, honestly. I think Maximilian put it pretty, you know, the way he phrased it. I think both the fans and the devs need a break from Mortal Kombat. As much as like it pains me to say that, it's a series that I grew up with. I think that's probably the most rational take. And I mean, I'm not a huge like DC head by any stretch, but I did really enjoy Injustice, Gods Among Us, and I really enjoyed Injustice 2. So it's something I can definitely get behind. But the only unfortunate part for me is like I said, I'm not a huge like DC guy, comic book guy, so I'll have to really like do my research on that.
To the energy relay.
I think I'm just afraid to see what's next for the Mortal Kombat franchise, in all honesty. Can't jump down there? Oh, I gotta get that. Honestly, though, if I had it my way, I'd like to see their take on really anything. Like an all horror movie type fighting game would be cool, or even like I think I have two different opinions on what I think is next and what I hope is next. What I think is next is probably Injustice 3. What I hope is next is something completely unexpected that you know fans have been wanting for a long time, whether it be a remake of a certain game or like a sequel or a remake to Shaolin Monks. My only worry with that is just, I don't think Warner Brothers would be behind that kind of not as much opportunity to monetize it, I guess. How many skins can you sell for a game like that? And I think that's what's super important to them. Unfortunately, I do believe we need to find all the gold as well. Thoughts on the animalities for Vulture Ghostface comparing Vulture Baraka, Bull Conan. Like, which one do I like better, you mean, Alex? I think probably I would probably say that the MK1 versions are better than their predecessors, just because, I mean, the graphics are way better, but Cyborg's Smoke Bull was one of my favorites, like, when I did that tier list. And I do like the Ghostface thing is interesting because a lot of people in my comments pointed out that it was actually a California condor, which I guess is symbolic of, you know, Scream always taking place in California, or I could be completely off base on that. It's like purely from memory, but I thought that was a nice touch because it wasn't a connection I made. I think the Conan Bull one is one of the most underrated ones for sure. And T1000, that's 10 out of 10 for me. That's one of the better ones in my opinion. Although, yeah, like Terradrome, exactly. I didn't even mean to come down. There actually is a petition. Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't had a chance to sign it yet, but I know another. I'm pretty sure it's the. I think it's the Enter the Netherrealm guy. I think he's the one who organized that. And that's. I think it'll be interesting if and when they get to that, just because I know there's a huge issue with Freddy Krueger collab. That it was pretty much the entire reason that the game got delisted from all the platforms it was on. I guess I don't know how that would work in terms of remaking and relaunching the game, but that would definitely be a hang-up, I would imagine. If I had my, I don't know, I would love an MK9 remake. I would love, honestly, like another Mythologies type game. Obviously not Mythologies, because it's not great. Something along those lines that kind of expands the lore in a meaningful way, and not just more timeline stuff. I think, from my perspective, with MK1, it was supposed to be a reboot, but it didn't really feel like one because they connected it to the previous timeline. I would just like to see something so unexpected that you can't help but be like, wow, I really respect NRS for going in this direction with the story. But again, like I said, only time will tell, but if I had to guess, I don't think we'll see another Mortal Kombat game next. Which is also weird too, because the movie's coming out this fall. And like to announce that the game, you know, the game that's been going on in the series for the last year and a half is effectively dead is just so bizarre.
The command room has the key. Mark it on the player's map.
There's definitely secrets in here. your opinion, what is overhated and overrated game? Overhated, like, of all time? Part of me wants to say mythologies, but in reality the game is bad. But when I was doing my story tier list, I really dove deep into the lore behind that game, and I was just blown away by it. That game is responsible for so much of what we know about Mortal Kombat as a story, that if they could remake a game like that, I would definitely play it happily. As far as overrated, oh, that's a tough one. Overrated Mortal Kombat game. Oof, that's really a tough one to pick. It's a great question, though. If I had to pick an overrated Mortal Kombat game, as much as I love it, I would probably say Mortal Kombat X. Oh, gee. And again, that's coming from someone who loves the game. To get on. Am I? There I am. But yeah, as I was saying, MKX is, I feel as though it's probably the most overrated, because apart from the gameplay, which is probably my favorite of the entire series, the story's not great, the roster's okay. I think it gave us some really cool characters, especially Triborg. Super, definitely not an underrated character, but love the concept of Triborg. But like adding Bo Raicho, not a great decision in my opinion. Not that I hate him or anything, but could have put anyone in there. My top 10 MK characters? Another great question. Oof. I mean, I could be honest and put 5 of my favorite ninjas, but number 1 is Sub-Zero for me personally. Number 2, I don't want to say it, but probably Scorpion. 3, I guess in no particular order I could do it. Probably Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Johnny Cage, Ermac, Smoke, that's 5. Probably like Camille. Probably Theme. That's 6. Raiden, 7. I don't know. The rest would probably honestly change quite often because I love so many different characters. Yeah, the vast majority are probably They're just the coolest characters of any fighting game. Bunch of gold there. And then there's a life sigil there. It looks like those two connect. Clear everyone? I will say, for all the negativity surrounding Mortal Kombat, I am moderately excited for the movie. I mean, it very well could be terrible, but I'd watch it regardless. Yeah. I just like, my thing is I feel like those are the answers everyone's gonna give, but I do genuinely rank them high, because they're just too iconic for me to ignore. But Sub-Zero is genuinely my favorite character. And then down to get that gold. Further in. Left. Right. Wait, I came this way. Who are your top 10 if I had to ask you? Area looks pretty clear. That's on, huh?
Commander, we need assistance out here.
but how? Up there? No. when I was in here. Oh. How am I supposed to know, dude? Did miss. Where did I miss? Not over. One way to find out.
There's a teleporter nearby. Mark it for him.
Well, what have playing lately? I've been knee deep in this, as you could see. Considering this is like the, like, this is the 9th time I've. Get to that. Body. And on through. Oh, we gotta figure out how to get that bar though. I do not like that. I mean, gotta be. Panels or something? Was on that last one? Gotta be up. Looks like there's a hallway literally right. My brain's that. Really wandering around. Could be everything. All the secrets, all the gold. Oh. Oh. This damn part again. Anyone who tuned into my earlier stream saw me struggle with this one mightily. I'm sure that will not be the case this time. Could literally just do the arrow.
Demonic leader identified.
Very good, very good. Don't kill her. This product is entirely. It's another undo.
Demons in the north wing.
Yeah, I hate the levels where I got a lot, because then it feels like I have 99% on one of the levels, and that 1% is one tiny bar of gold that I missed. Oh. That is just a dagger. Thankfully the game kind of late. Not as difficult otherwise. when those challenges come into. Whoa. That was weird. Wait, does the game keep going even though I stopped it? Now let's check. Okay, we got all the challenges on this one. This is it.
I'm on board. I'll establish contact when we reach Eratum.
Commander
Checking.
Zero. The demonic presence around the priest signal is getting larger.
Whatever I missed has got to be deep in the.
Occult energy detected.
Ending on my nose. Like a challenge that. Very good. What if you can quit out of a level after you find this? Probably. And
absolute bang out. But they are above me. Gotta chill with the jump scares. I'm telling you right. Can't get it. Do I have to like die and you? Oh, I know what to do. Yes. Brilliant. Even at 1:30 a.m. I kind of surprise myself sometimes.
You're almost outside. There's a path through the tunnels nearby.
Hey, Sean Nisi. I'm glad. Yeah. It was a lot of fun, actually. I beat the game last night, or technically yesterday morning, but I figured, hey, we're like more than 50% of the way through, so why not? And I'm glad you like the content. It means everything you could possibly imagine. So nice to have people validate that your work has somewhat of an impact, even if it's small combat stuff. Never grow tired of people saying nice things. Especially how cruel the world can be at times. Appreciate that, yeah. I'm actually way closer than I thought I would be. This one definitely is not one of the harder plats you can get from what I've seen, but yeah, the game's incredible. The environments are probably my favorite part.
Everything is just so, like, satisfying. Although I have heard that one of the trophies can glitch. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen to me, but only one way to find out. I don't know how I haven't found the other two. Really hope I didn't miss them.
This attack on the barracks is a diversion. My father will need help. Ensign, mobilize the Slayer's dragon. Marking the Slayer's hut now.
That's so good. Hopefully they already patched a few games. I got lucky and haven't had Batman. That's good. Yeah, it's kind of surprising, especially if they haven't fixed it and this game's been out for, what, a week already? A little bit longer, maybe? And honestly, if the game was not, like, great, in my opinion, I probably wouldn't bother, but I think for games I do enjoy, I'm gonna try to get plats for. Plus, it's just like I can throw on the stream and just kind of chill and talk to chat. It doesn't have to be anything like crazy, if that makes sense. I'm wondering how to get in here, though. Get them if you're not dead. I'm gonna have to kill myself. Standing in. Yeah, what's crazy too is my first playthrough was on Nightmare, so it was just chaos at all times. But I think in general, like stream content, I don't know how up it. Thanks for subbing. But yeah, as I was saying, I think stream content's interesting because I don't know how appealing it is to watch someone play a single-player game. But as someone who used to love watching Let's Plays back in the day, it's the kind of content I enjoy anyway. Wish more games developers just went with the simple... Yeah, exactly. Nothing complex, like no multiplayer, like... That's one thing I respect about Bethesda for this game is not including multiplayer when it's just so easy to kind of half-ass, you know, like a multiplayer game type and then not really follow up on it and then it dies a death. I'd rather just them focus all their efforts into the, you know, what people want to play the game for. That is the story, the gameplay. So somebody did come into my chat a couple of days ago and said that one of the recent, not recent, but one of the last few games still has a following for like the online multiplayer.
That's always so cool to me that people actually like want to support a game to that extent. My whole philosophy is that people would probably be more inclined to I think may have worked, but I'm not. Is the game audio too loud or is my mic too low? Doing my best to try to balance out the two, but if one's too loud, just let me know. Although I guess maybe you can't even hear this. I'm not sure if you mean you can't hear me at all or it's too hard to hear me. Hopefully it's the latter. Found something, so that's good. Oh. This is a troll, right? Alright, just gently walk yourself over. There we go. How did I miss this entire area the last time I played? Game volume could be turned down a touch, but personally I think it's fine. In the UI setting, you can make the head at the bit. Oh, really? Say less. I actually did see somebody did that, but I didn't know how to do it. I can turn down the game audio light touch. Yeah, that's one thing I haven't really quite figured out is like sound balancing. You said in the UI settings? Navigation. Gotta be here, right? Blast. Oh, that's so sick. I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I knew it was a thing. I just didn't. I thought you had to like beat the game on the hardest difficulty or something. That's so cool. Thank you for pointing that out. Closer. Could be it. I think that's it. Let's just... Oh. Where do I go? Oh yeah, of course. I think you've been in a couple streams. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's Void stream. Which, were you in both? Or were you in just the first one? Just like speed run to the end. Yeah, it's good to see you back. Nice to see familiar faces. Especially at... You're West Coast, right? It's almost 2 a.m. for me.
Approaching the bridge to the Dragon's aviary.
This one took me so many attempts the last time I tried it. Hello, not him. Welcome to the stream. I've been waiting for a paycheck to get the new Doom game for now. Nice. I haven't even played Eternal yet, so I'm excited to get to that when I do. I think if I'm correct about the order, so I play the 2016 one next. So I'm going in chronological, or in terms of like when they actually happen. Because I'm pretty sure this is the prequel to the 2016. Yeah, I guess that answers the first question. I didn't play Eternal at all, so I can't tell you. I really like the combat. I like the shield. I like the play. 100% level. Hit him in. 20s. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Perfect. So yeah, I think when I get the plat, I'll probably move on to one of those games. I also have like the OG Doom games too. I bought the whole like collection or whatever. I never had a chance to play them before Dark Ages came out, so. This will be fun. Yeah, the shield is probably my favorite part, to be honest. Yeah, it was funny because I was thinking of doing like a platinum hunting mission for the first two, and then I looked up like the playtime for the games, and they were just insanely high, or at least higher than I expected them to be. So I kind of scrapped it entirely, but I would like to, because I kind of like, as much as I grew up with Mortal Kombat, I kind of grew up with the Doom games too. Played some of the older games, they are amazing. Yeah, 100%. Any of those type games, they're just like super difficult, but also super fun. Oh, God. Oh, really? Waffle Man? Is it like a thing you unlock, or? Vigilant secret. Just give me a green. So fun. Like the full game. That's hilarious. I don't think there's any secret you have to get while riding a dragon, except for maybe like the gold dudes. When did Eternal come out? Does anyone remember? I'm just curious to see like how much time has happened, or how many years it's been since the last game. Like, what could they possibly do next? Oh, it's been a while. Good, those devs are taking time to make the line with it. I was saying earlier, but like the environments in this game are just unbelievable at certain points. It can get like a tad formulaic at points in terms of just like the gameplay and but overall, like my first playthrough on Nightmare was, it truly lived up to its name. It was incredibly difficult. Like one of the longest levels I played for my first run through.
I may have gotten them all on this level. There's a life sigil there, there's some
Mark the
definitely
engines
stuff
on the
in.
hell ship.
There's so many games that are out this year that are game of the contenders. This, X-23, Kingdom Come Defiance 2, possibly Death Stranding. Where would you put like Oblivion Remastered in that whole equation? Just out of curiosity. Is the next NetherRealm? If I had to guess, I would say an Injustice game, but your guess is as good as mine. I think the most interesting part about all that is that Warner Brothers explicitly said that Mortal Kombat is a franchise they want to focus more on because of like the success they've had with it. But then they turn around and abandon the game. So, I mean, have to see what you know, the powers that be decide. Here we go up. Down. I want to go down though. Choice. Go down to go up. Oblivion, I don't think it will love it, don't get me wrong. I think yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's so interesting to me too, because I don't like usually play a whole bunch of games, but I've heard good things about all of those games you mentioned. When is Death Stranding 2 even supposed to come out? And is that a game worth playing? Because I haven't touched Death Stranding, the first one. Honestly, I'd love an Injustice 3 Mortal Kombat. Needs to sit down and he got a whole new timeline. Yeah, I 100% agree. I don't know if any of you have seen the Maximilian video where he kind of talks about it, but he's so right. He just said, like, the devs need a break. Fans need a break. Everyone just needs some time off from Mortal Kombat for a little bit. The series just needs to breathe for a minute and then figure out what to do next. June 25, 20. Yeah, I'll be... And I see people playing Death Stranding. I just don't really, like, know anything about it, so... Maybe I'll have to check it out. Yeah. How much like playtime is it? Like, how long is the game? Of course, I need a key card right there to go up and around. Whoa. You think they'll abandon the 3D era love for...
What do you mean, like, not give as many 3D era characters? Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised. How do I get up there? 40, 50 hours. That's not too bad, right? Not going here. But to answer your question, Waffle Man, I mean, I don't know how Warner Brothers, with so, like, from my perspective, little knowledge of, like, Mortal Kombat as a whole, could look at a game like, oh, they put Shujinko and Darius in that game, that's why it didn't do well. We need to put more guest characters, and we need to collaborate more like Fortnite's doing. But again, Warner Brothers sees dollars and cents. Okay, we need one, like, oh, we still have 4 more secrets. This level's huge. I love long story driven games. Yeah, me too. As long as I can stay engaged with the game. I play almost any game, and some of my favorites are, yeah. I feel they need to make a fully customizable Shujinko character. Yeah, that would be incredible. But my biggest problem is like, I don't know what creative control, like, I feel like NRS has to run stuff by Warner Brothers at this point. I'm convinced they're just this evil corporation behind the scenes. Has final say on what actually gets into a game and what doesn't. And like, how do you, like, why get rid of the crypt? And I know the answer, and it's primarily because the game is not complete and definitely rushed out. And yeah, I agree with you, easy on the guest characters in MKX. That's the perfect balance of guest versus regular, you know? But, you know, there's certain things that people point out that resonate with me so deeply, and just, you know, I posted on my community page. Some of you just said, if your biggest promotion for a game encompasses guest characters that didn't even originate from your franchise, then what does that say about your franchise? That's a pretty effective analysis of Mortal Kombat 1 as a whole. And again, this is coming from somebody who loves guest characters. Love them. From Homelander through Conan. It's something I've always enjoyed. The problem is, I think that Warner Brothers believes guest characters are just like, I don't even know how I would phrase it. But I believe that they believe that it's like the winning formula. And I will admit, people probably wouldn't even be talking about MKX as much as they were without these guest characters, or MK1 rather, this far into its lifespan.
So they're definitely onto something, but I think there needs to be a balance, because from what I've read, MK11 was one of the most successful games from like a unit sold perspective, and you're just not really seeing that with MK1 that we can see. I mean, I know it's been charting, but also been dropping in price, and it's just really hard to get a grasp on those type of numbers. Injustice 3, I reckon, would be good. It's just how they approach the story could be damaged. Yeah. Notice how every game in the last 8 years published by Warner Brothers. Yeah. I mean, Suicide Squad was like a nail in the coffin for how they're going to approach games, unfortunately. Despite everyone saying, don't do a live service game and don't give us battle passes for like a single player game. And I honestly, as somebody who the Arkham series is top 5 for me, that I'm so worried that they're going to ruin that series by injecting garbage into it that doesn't need to be in a series like that, that stands alone on its own. Exactly. That was a game I was excited for too when they teased it. Exactly. With Warner Brothers right now, I feel like the stories are tame because they're scared to commit. Yeah, that's definitely a huge part of it. But they also play it safe. Like, this is supposed to be a reboot series, and it's just not. It's not a reboot. It is, but it isn't, if that makes sense. You know? Like, why even tie it to Chronica and, like, the previous timeline at all? Just start anew. We don't need to, you know, keep that connection. Especially with how polarizing the story was in that game to an extent. Yeah. And then Chaos Reigns was just such a blunder. That was like the definitive, no pun intended, nail in the coffin. Just charging that much, and I know some people were like, oh, well, you know, that's just how it is, which is true. But I don't think it was very valuable. I don't think they really gave us our money's worth, personally. In full transparency, I paid $100 for it. I bought like the collection that included the first 2 combat packs because I had it on PC and I wanted all the DLC on my PlayStation. God. I died here a bunch the first time I played. Yo, what's up, CJ? And Chaos Reigns, the story was abysmal, to put it lightly. Yeah, it's a valid question. And I think, like, part of me feels a little bit not guilty, but I feel a little sympathetic toward NRS just because we don't know how much control they even have over the situation. So for people to go at Ed Boon, like, I get it. He said what he said about the game receiving years and years of support, but he can only do so much. Reaction time at 2 AM is not very quick. And how much was Chaos Reigns when it even came out? Like, Dane, I remember thinking, wow. No way that's... In the next game, they need to wipe out the multiverse. I don't care if Onaga does it or, you know. Yeah. If we don't get Onaga in the next game, there may be riots in the street, and I may be leading the way. It's been too long, and it's such a no-brainer at this point. But again, you have to look at it through, like, the business perspective. Because we're not talking about passion anymore. It's just not about that. No matter what game we're talking about. The closest thing to passion you're going to get these days is how much, you know, Rockstar has been doing for GTA 6. And even that, you know, they're cashing out. They're charging $100 for that game, minimum. US, that is. Exactly, like, I want to know who had final sign-off on that Chaos Reign story, because that was just, there were certain parts of it that I didn't hate, but just on the whole, it was like, this is your follow-up to MK1, like, the base game where I actually had a really good time, and I ranked it pretty high on my tier list, like, higher than most probably would. That was such an unfortunate outcome for that DLC, in my opinion, anyway. And again, I think I was saying it a bit earlier, but like, the cosmetic stuff just has to go. I'm just so over it. I remember MK9 released like a classic ninja bundle. You got like every classic ninja skin for like $6 or $7. Can we just go back to that? Obviously a rhetorical question because there's no shot that's happening, but didn't like MK1. Didn't MK1 like tease so much to make it like, yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting too because Onaga's in Reiko's ending. And, like, Shujinko's in the game, and the Kamidogu's in the game, so it's like all the, you can see all the seeds are planted, and whether or not they plan to do, like, another DLC is, who knows. Like, I would imagine they did, if there was a whole nother combat pack in the works. That just never happened, because that's what the leaker said on Reddit. Whoever that leaker was said that there were plans for a whole nother combat pack. Now, whether or not there was a story involved, I can't exactly remember right now, but I think NetherRealm did have ambition to continue supporting the game. And I think part of me kind of believes too that that information getting out kind of helped the public image of NetherRealm. Oh, that was sick. Shujinko is underrated, I agree. 100%. Wanted to recreate the original Conquest mode in the next game. Yeah. If they did that, that's selling out stadiums. I mean, how long have we been asking for... And I know it's not just some of us. I know it's most of us that want, like, a true Conquest mode back. If that's not in the next game, again, riots in the streets. There's things like Molina lore and Baraka on how they both change and transform.
See, I'm a huge fan of the new approach for Reptile. Scorpion, I'm kind of with you on Scorpion personally. I'm not a huge fan of like the quietly aim thing. I just don't really understand why. If not to just like say, hey, we're doing something different with Scorpion this time around. I have all of these secrets. I must have missed it in like one area. What is my shield set on now? Oh, it's this one? I don't even want that one. I'd rather this. Love a proper conquest. The MK1, they showed us it was possible to go back to the 3D era. Yeah. Not even just go back. Just like, don't pretend like it didn't exist. That's all you have to do. Just, like I said earlier, there's a balancing act between like pleasing the casuals and the diehards. The difference is the casuals will give up on your game and maybe even bring it back to GameStop for like a 50% mark, you know, refund. The diehards are going to be with it whether they hate it or not. How many people do you know of that talk bad about MK1 completely gave up on it, like genuinely? I don't know many. Bothers me that they killed off Hanzo and MK11 and then quite yeah, it's a slap in the face. But again, what does it come down to? It comes down to writing, and I don't know what level of involvement Warner Brothers has in like the writers' room, but MK11 had some genuinely bad decisions. Really? He's dead anywhere. I think this is gold I may have missed. People play MK11 on Steam and MK1, so that doesn't say enough besides the people complaining. Yeah, that's true. On the Unreal Engine, shocking and funny because how old engine. Yeah, that is true as well. But, you know, as I was saying a bit ago, I feel like the MK franchise needs to rest for a bit before we dive back in. Let's see how this movie is, and then we'll just go from there. As much as I love it, and it's like a big part of like my job. Do I need 150? Seems like a lot, and it has to be double. Yeah, I'm curious about the movie. I will see it because I love Mortal Kombat, but I wasn't the biggest fan of 2021. I thought it did some things okay, but the Arcana thing kind of killed it for me, in all honesty. Young to maybe like a lesser extent, but again, like, who came up with Cole Young? Who made that decision? Was that a Warner Brothers decision? Like, you don't even know anymore. Just the lines between developer and producer and studio, it's all blurred. There. This is my favorite thing for the shield, by the way. Daggers are so sick. Definitely. Do you you said you're from Australia. Do you deal with any of like the super heavy rating, like on games and movies and stuff? Because I know that some of like non-American countries are super against violence and that type of thing. Get there from. I don't want to jump down yet. I need to get that stuff over. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do that yet. Oh, I've already been down here anyway. I'll say this from a personal perspective of owning all recent fighting games that do sell really well. Then the players just leave. For example, Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's a very good point, honestly. And I'm one of them. Like, MK11, I bought it. I loved MKX. Didn't really like MK11 too much, just the gameplay wasn't for me, but I still played a lot of it, and then I just like put it down and only touch it nowadays for video purposes. Like, I spent all day yesterday and today recording every friendship in MK11, so that's like the extent of me playing it. What's happening? Something here? Definitely is. Gonna keep falling, I guess. My prediction. Oh, so Australia is very serious on the rating system. Silent Hill F, which is the next Silent Hill game coming out. They almost banned it for even. Wow, that's impressive and alarming. But is that like a political corruption thing? My prediction for Mortal Kombat 2, they kill off Cole. Yeah, that's 100% what's gonna happen. It's a good question, Waffle Man. I mean, if you know, you know. They almost put Marcus Phoenix in MKX. Can you imagine how much of it, like, what that timeline would look like if we got an exclusive Xbox character in an MK game? Yeah, Warner owns NRS is the perfect way to summarize that relationship. Okay. There's this too, which we need to get into. Is there anything you've in there though? Got all that gold. That might be it for here.
that. If they didn't do this, I'd be screwed. We kind of want to get into that. They more so care for the children, and they think games will brainwash. I think the last game they banned was Ready or Not, and it got unbanned within a week because people were angry. Oh, that's nice that they at least listened to that type of feedback. That game got sold for 2 years, and they really eat it. Only just banned it for gameplay. Take care, Waffle Man. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Game release wise, I think they are less caring as they just know the game's gonna be played in the. Yeah, that's true. I got a copy of Manhunt. It's banned. So is that like a VPN thing that you did? Like to circumvent the system? I'm gonna think. Hope that I got everything in this section. This would probably be a game that they would ban, I would imagine, right? This. Nope, I bought a US key and Steam allows Australian accounts. Oh, that's good. That's good. At least there's ways around it. I could see like theoretically if they don't want kids to do it, them making the decision to make it harder for kids to do it, but I think even nowadays kids will just find a way if they really want to play something that badly. But at least it doesn't like make it impossible for you to get the game, like I'm sure other countries are. I wish the guards from the original Mortal Kombat. Yeah, me too. Like the guards with like the little spears. Stuff, just certain countries. Yeah. 100% I was lucky because I got a few. Yeah. Yeah, Saw 1 and 2, I could see them banning it. I haven't played those either, and I'm a huge Saw fan, so. But I'm pretty sure they're super expensive now. Please don't tell me this is the end of the level.
Position.
Right, and Shaolin monks, I remember that. I was gonna say that, but I wasn't 100% sure. Oh, games are real. Yeah, I did see, there's a Platinum Trophy Hunter that I watched who, he did like a video for all the Saw games, and it made me want to play them, but then in the video he said that they're super expensive, so I don't know how eager I am to get my hands on them, or if they're even like backwards compatible or whatever, but Love the classic Doom guy in the bottom though. Subbing. Use my slop. Oh, I definitely some. That is tragic. Stuff. Look at that whole level. I'll I think I'm gonna come back to that one. Lengthy. Know about those classic? Yeah, I did see those. It's a shame that Storm Collectibles is out because I have a few. At least McFarlane will be more affordable. I am kind of pissed that they aren't going to get to the Storm Collectibles Cabal though, because the like mock-up model of that figure looked incredible. Too. I literally don't see anything I missed. Oh, there's the Kodak. Alright, just go right.
All Atlas to defensive positions.
Marking the Hellgates now.
The Creed ship hasn't moved outside the combat zone.
Energy production is down because of the war. This is his district. Khan would have him executed if he left.
Why me checking every 5 seconds? Yeah, whatever merchandise there is kind of lame. Like, I would monetize the hell out of merch for Mortal Kombat. Every relevant and irrelevant aspect. Oh god, this level. Bro. This is... This level gave me nightmares. It'll be a little bit easier with like if you just go on the Mortal Kombat website and look at their merch, it's just like the clothing, it's just so underwhelming. I find that like TeePublic, those types of websites do way better merch. Like more clever merch, like that didn't come to fruition in like 5 seconds. I have one shirt that's, I mean, there's a whole like line of them, but it looks like the Air Jordan logo and it's Sub-Zero, and he's like dunking an ice ball. It's one of my favorite shirts. More stuff like that would be nice.
Defensive turrets took some damage. Blair, we need time to repair them before we can clear a path for the lifeboats.
There are 4 more gates.
Yeah, strong recommend. If you like know where to look, you can find some really cool merch out there. And I think I posted one on my community page the other day. I think it's a TeePublic shirt, and it's like a character select screen of all the horror characters. Well, not all of them, as people pointed out. There's no character, but like I said, if you know where to look, you can find some really cool merch. And you're really like supporting artists too, so that's always good. I mean, even like the generic shirts you find at like, I don't know, maybe not Target necessarily, but some other like stores like that. There's some cool like classic ones with like classic Mortal Kombat characters on them. Also just found out Sub-Zero has his own theme. Yeah, I knew about that. It's a great one. Amazing how on this run it's so easy. What is that? Probably something I should grab. Where did it go? Back there. I need one more of those, 2 more of those statues. There's one. Alright, come on. Where's the last one? Save it if I can. If I need to. There's the root. Did I not get that last time? I don't think I need it because I already have it. That's good. Again, here. I don't even know. Kodak thing, it's a bar of gold. How do I get in? Like there's something underneath. That's how. Oh, here we go. Of course. Hey, welcome back. Rolling right along. Oh yeah, I know how that is. I have two of my own. Oh, that's cool.
Use the portal to get inside.
What game, like, what are some of your favorite games that you've completed this year? I went this way last time and I died instantly. But again, the landscape changed. More fun or before. Vice City's one of my favorites. That's a lengthy game too. What fiction? What's that one about? Don't think I've heard of that one. I think we've got everything in this area, so let's breathe. Oh wait, is that from the makers of yes, It Takes Two. That's the exact game I was thinking of. Is it as good as It Takes Two? Tell me with a statue. Might as well just do this one now. Slightly better, that's impressive. I haven't beaten It Takes Two personally, but I loved it for what the amount that I played it. Like games like that are so rare these days. Sold over 2 million copies in like a few weeks. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know if Philip post, maybe you. What they say, whoever smelt it dealt it. Yeah, co-op games are dope. I feel like they're so rare these days too. That was cool, man. much for me. All right, and Metal Gear 3, right? That's one I would love to check out. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I've seen like playthroughs of that game. That game looks so fun. I've never been great at like the espionage type games, but I would like to try it. I wonder if I can get it. Did I? Oh, I already got it. I'll be playing that day one comes out. Oh, that's good. Yeah, there's definitely more games that I would love to play after this one, you know, after I'm done with this one. They're doing DLC for this too, right? I would hope I didn't buy the premium edition for nothing. Snake! Like that statue could be like where the go back that way. That's, see, love that type of communication, bro. The wrong. I went the complete wrong way. Games with actual longevity. Breath of fresh air. One DLC, but it's a whole campaign expansion pack, which I know will be good or yeah, Eternal's definitely, obviously not next on my list. I'm gonna probably play 2016 first, but I do want to play Eternal. I feel like it has to be close to here. Dude. Light 2. Dying Light's good. Yeah, I heard the movie was awful though. Oh, perfect. I can get this in. I'm so stumped on the last statue. I just don't know where it is. Yeah, I never played Dying Light personally. There's a lot of games I definitely need to check out. Not gonna lie. Engage. That's a tank. There. Second statue is hidden in a next to the well. Final statue is to be clear. I think I missed the one that says it's in a cave. Oh, see? Thank you, internet. One more ruby and a bunch more gold. Alright, I'm probably gonna play for another 10, and I have to go to sleep because it's 3 in the morning, and I have to be up relatively early. And I hope that my progress will save, but if not, it just means more stream. I do appreciate y'all hanging out. It's just a lot of fun. It's nice to actually have like a interactive chat. honestly struggling just talking to myself most of these streams, which isn't like the worst thing, but it's also nice to have a legitimate dialogue with people. Oh god. I appreciate that. And I appreciate, always enjoy your content. Oh yeah, that means a lot. I appreciate that. I will try to stream most like nights. I've tried streams during the day, but I don't know. I just feel like nights fit better into my schedule. Oh, I see codex. But yeah, and you know, I appreciate people checking out the content, and it's just like, it's so cool that people actually enjoy what I put out. Seriously, nothing better than that. It's like, you know, validating to, you know, people enjoy what you do. I usually, you know, it's interesting because I went to bed pretty late last night just playing this game, and then, and like I said, I just feel like this fits way better into my schedule, and just like, you know, what I end up doing. Yeah, it's super. What did that do? You're here. Yeah, like last night I had like I had like 70 viewers at one point, and the chat just like wasn't moving. And I'm starting to wonder, is this like bots, or are people actually watching? These are the thoughts that creep in. But I mean, in this landscape with so many people streaming, it's nice to have people hanging out. You know, just kind of vibing. But yeah, my ass hurts. So it for me. I hope this saves. If not, we can always just do it again tomorrow. But it says my latest progress will be it hold. I have an early morning, as I said, and again, I appreciate all 40 of you for hanging out. And like button, always appreciated. That could be it, Kanisi, to be honest. That also could be it, CJ. And I'm fine with it. I don't mind lurkers. It's just like, I don't mind sitting here just yapping. I'm pretty good at that, as you can see from my like 2.5 hour long videos. But yeah, it's like I said, appreciate you both and everyone else watching. New videos out on the channel now. I have bunch of other tier list videos. I'm gonna continue streaming, and I have already started production on my next video. And that's really it for now. But again, smash the like button on your way out. As prototypical as that is to say, it is coming up on 3:10 in the morning. That was a solid almost 3-hour stream starting at midnight, so I'm gonna get some sleep. Probably be back tomorrow, most likely. If not, just rest assured that I'm editing and trying to get the next video out for you all and for myself. So that's it. Again, my outros always take 45 minutes, but I'll just end it there. Appreciate you all for stopping by. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one, which will probably be tomorrow or maybe the night after. We'll see. You'll see when I go live. But yeah, take it easy. Have a good rest of your night / day / afternoon. Yeah. Take it easy.